Shalom. All praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi, BAHASHAM, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Greatmillstone. Peace and salutation as always to the elect. And as you see here, exclusive. All right. FBI document warns conspiracy theories are new domestic terrorism threat. Okay. See if we can play this. So, as you can see there, conspiracy theories. Now let's look up what a conspiracy theory is according to this world. Because if you remember, in around 2001, George Bush, I believe, was giving a speech, and he just threw out this term conspiracy theories, and everybody just pretty much took the term, and just anybody who thought outside the box or thinks outside the box, even unto this day, you're being coined a conspiracy theorist. All right. What is a conspiracy theorist? Let's look that up. A conspiracy theorist. It says a conspiracy theory is an explanation of an event or situation that evokes a conspiracy by sinister and powerful actors, often political in motivation, when other explanations are more probable. Okay. Let's see if we can just look up conspiracy theory. What is so it's coming down the pipe. It says a conspiracy theory is a belief that some covert but influential organization is responsible for a circumstance or event. Like, we understand that 9/11 was an inside job done by the elites to bring more extreme measures. All right. More extreme draconian law. All right. Take away your rights. Okay. And a lot of these, in the majority of these terrorist attacks, domestic terrorist attacks, are done, all right, by the left hand themselves. And then through that, as we always tell you, they have problem, reaction, solution. Now, a conspiracy in its purest form, let's just look up the word conspiracy. It says a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful. An action of plotting or conspiring. And we understand that, of course, there's conspiracies. The scriptures speak about conspiracies, man. Let's get Psalms, the 83rd chapter. And it tells you, like crack cocaine being put in the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, Puerto Rican, West Indian neighborhoods. We understand that actually was a conspiracy. Okay? This is Psalms 83 and 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. All of these different nations have done that. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent, and they are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites, the Moabites, the Hagarenes, and so forth, right? So the scriptures speak of conspiracies, man. Let me type in the word conspiracy. All right. Conspiracy. Yeah, the word conspiracy is in the scriptures, man. prophets have a conspiracy. Let's see here. Yep, let's look up the word conspiracy in the Hebrew and see what it says. So conspiracies do exist, man. And, you know, now that Esau Edom is being exposed via the internet, YouTube, all right, he can't hide himself anymore. So he's getting ready to, you know, because we're witnesses against his ass, man. Let's look up this word real quick. Kashar, it says conspiracy, treason, unlawful alliance. And there's an unlawful alliance amongst these heathen, all right, and they're conspiring, they're in league together, all right, and they have always been in league together to destroy you Israelites, all right, and they're in league together to bring about a new world order. They're in league together to bring about the RFID microchip. So what he's going to do is ultimately, because we're the ones, all right, witnessing against him, we have the witness. And what are we doing? We're snitching on the fugitive, because the scriptures say that Esau, Edom, who is Cain, would be a vagabond and a fugitive, man. Okay, in the earth. And we have the testimony that's going to lead to him getting that life sentence. All right. And eventually, all right, death. Okay. Let's look up the word fugitive. And when it's speaking of Cain, when thou tillest the ground, Genesis 4 and 12, when thou tillest the ground, and shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength, which is why the earth isn't budding forth its strength under his rulership. Okay, as the scriptures say, when Adam was placed in the garden, the earth budded forth in abundance, because he was a man of stature, man. The Lord blessed him, and he was made in his image to uplift in the ways of Yahawashi, Yahawashi in the earth, man. And that's what Israel represents, man. That line going all the way through, you know, Seth, Enos, because Abel was slew, and Abel offered up the right sacrifice, man. So they're jealous, and they've plotted to kill us and destroy us even since back then. What do you think that was all about when Cain slew Abel? He was trying to get rid of the righteous, man. It says a fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth, man. So let's look up this word, fugitive. Okay. It says to quiver, to totter, to wander, to move swift, to make a move, to wander, to totter, a vagabond, to be tossed around about. And it says that basically he neither keepeth at home. Let's look up fugitive in a dictionary real quick, because this man is the devil. It says a person who has escaped from a place or is in hiding, especially to avoid arrest or persecution. Okay, so what does the scripture say about Esau or the wicked? He shall not be able to hide himself. Let's get that real quick. I've made Esau bare. That's Jeremiah 49 and 10. Let's see here. So Esau's being made bare by this word, but there's a spirit on the earth to just expose his ass anyway, man. Jeremiah 49 and 10, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. Okay, his plan is being put on the forefront. See, the Illuminati and all of these demons who rule the earth, they operated off of secrecy by nobody knowing about their plans. But see, through the spirit, their plans have been made wide open and put on the forefront, man. So he shall not be able to hide himself, as the scriptures say, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Even he whose coming is after the working of Satan with all lying, bullshit, pseudoscience, and wonders, man. That's actually in the scriptures that he would come with pseudoscience. So all of his thoughts, all of his intents are being put on the forefront, and people are actually seeing this man for who he is. So what is he going to do? Okay. He's going to make a man an offender for the word. Isaiah 32 or Isaiah 29. Let's see here. In 19, the meek also shall increase their joy in the Lord, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. That remnant is waking up. You see? See, Esau's whole setup relied on us being in a dead state. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all they that watch for iniquity are cut off. That's Esau, man. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. All right? And see, let's look up this word, reprove. Because what's happening is Esau is being reproved, man. Reproveth, yakach. It says to prove, to decide, judge, rebuke, reprove, correct, be right. To decide, judge, reprove, all right. To argue, all right. And as the book of Job said, who would declare his way unto his face? And the prophets are set up to do that through the Spirit, and ultimately is going to lead in his destruction, man. Okay, so as that article said, and also let's get one in Psalms 37. Okay, they're gonna, I mean, and it's gonna affect even everyday Americans, you truthers and all of you people who will so say against your government and the deep state and all of that. You're gonna be hey, thrown into them concentration camps as well. But see, then when all of these demons come down, then shall it be known who was his chosen, man, because the Lord is gonna have mercy on a remnant, man. Although we're gonna be tried, you know. Let's see here. Psalms 37:12. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnashing upon him with his teeth. Okay. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword and have bent their bow, and their legislation is also part of their sword. These lies, the persecution, you know, the media and all of these things they're going to use to try to paint this narrative against us. Okay, that's a part of their sword, man, to cast down the poor and needy and to slay such as be as upright conversation. So he's going to make upright conversation to seem wicked, evil, harmful, hateful. And they're going to use that word hate a whole hell of a lot, you know, because that messes with people's emotions. If you say hate, people pretty much look at your message. As long as Esau deems it hateful, the people of this world are going to view you in a particular light, man. All right. But it's not going to work. I mean, it's going to be persecution that comes from it. But ultimately, the elect are covered and you're already overcome. We overcame you by the blood of Yahawashi and by the words of our testimony, man. So none of the accusations are ultimately going to stand, man. But as you can see, okay, he's going to say if you believe in conspiracy theories, okay, it says the FBI for the first time has identified fringe conspiracy theories as domestic terrorist threat, as a domestic terrorist threat, according to the previously unpublicized document obtained by Yahoo News. All right. The FBI intelligence bulletin from the bureaus, and the FBI is wicked as hell, man. Okay. Dated May 30th, 2019. And they've admitted to doing wickedness, man. Former FBI members and even acting FBI members. They do all sorts of wickedness all throughout the earth, man. Setting people up, planting drugs, planting members in particular groups to do things, to be blamed, that they can come down upon them. Okay? Infiltrating, you know, economic hitmen sent to destroy and overturn whole governments and nations. It says, describes conspiracy theory driven domestic extremists as a growing threat because he's being exposed. The Val man is no more being called liberal. The churl no more being called bountiful. So he's hurt. Okay, and he's hurt, man. Esau's mad, man. Nigga giving out Big Macs for a penny, trying to kill everybody. It says the first such report to do so, it it lists a number of arrests, including some that haven't been publicized, related to violent incidents motivated by fringe beliefs. Okay, and if you believe in the Bible, ultimately you're going to be deemed a terrorist, man. Okay, if you believe that the government, all right, has plans to, the GMOs are wicked. Okay, that the LGBT agenda is wicked. All right, and that his government is wicked. You talk about the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers. You know how the Rockefellers brought about women's liberation, all these various different things that are coming out, ultimately through us. But you got even Edomites, because they're a house divided, bringing this stuff out. If but they don't know how to tie it into scripture like us in prophecy. All right. And they don't know that the Edomites, which they are at the forefront of this. And some of them are Jakes. But at the end of the day, you're going to be deemed a terrorist if you believe in conspiracy theory. If you believe that two or more people in this government, in this world, that run this world, are planning evil against the people, mainly you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which if you can't see that, then you're crazy. History and present bears witness to the fact that they have conspired to do things and will do things and are doing things that affect our people in a negative light, man. It says the document specifically mentions Canaan, a shadowy network that believes in a deep state conspiracy against President Trump. Then you got the deep state versus the left versus the right, all these various different things. They're going to tie what we're teaching into all of these things. And they already do it, They already do it, man. If you believe in Pizzagate, it says the FBI assesses these conspiracy theories very likely will emerge, spread, and evolve in a modern information marketplace, occasionally driving both groups and individual extremists to carry out criminal or violent acts. And who's the only people who are literally and have literally pushed forth violent acts? Edomites, man. The system of white supremacy is the biggest terrorist group in the world. It's the biggest hate group, extremist in the world, or white supremacist. And that bears true even unto this day. All right. But, read the article on your own. Here's the document. We brought out stuff on this before, but, as you read this article, it goes deep, so, yeah, like we say, even Edomites are going to suffer from this. Even so-called white people who do all of these videos, they're going to be a target. And some of them are shields set up to get people to follow them just so they can be put on a list. So ultimately, it's all in the hands of Yahawashi, and we need mercy, man. But this devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath, man. Shalom.